3 of the Game on Dota 2 Invitational. The two teams are going to be aTTaX and Team Alternate aTTaX. Team aTTaX, Team Alternate aTTaX currently tied 1-1 for a best of 3. This will be the final game of the tournament, and we are going to see an absolute wonderful game, I'm sure of it, folks. Now, what we have is SSA Spartan drafting against Supreme, who will be getting some advice from Elisa's, their captain. Now, Team aTTaX are going to ban out the Lone Druid and the Ancient Apparition, both very strong heroes that come out of Team Alternate aTTaX. The AA could also be an indication that they want to pick up a healer, so we'll see what comes out of Team aTTaX there. Team Alternate aTTaX have done their homework and know that they need to ban out the Chen versus SSA Spartan, who by far is one of the best, if not the best, Chen player in this tournament. The Game on Dota 2 Invitational, we saw Team aTTaX just absolutely wreck with that hero, and so Team Alternate aTTaX are going to ban it out. Now, Team aTTaX do have first pick. Team Alternate aTTaX did get to pick the Radiant side, and Team AA are going to ban out the IO. We are going to see aTTaX respond with the Earth Spirit pickup for SSA Spartan, probably one of his best heroes. We see it create a lot of space, and single-handedly, this hero can win a mid lineup for Team aTTaX. They love trying to secure these early game kills, but the problem is Team Alternate aTTaX probably have a much more comfortable, and
10 seconds.
they kind of just seem to meld a lot better during the laning phase. We see Team AA almost always pick up a couple good kills within the first couple minutes, and Team AA so aggressive when it comes to being able to deal with rotations. They have really great communication. They've been scrimming a lot lately. So Team AA, maybe not, they are certainly prepared to deal with an Earth Spirit when it comes to how they play, their good rotations, that sort of thing. Still going to be hard for the Invoker middle, being played by Supreme to be able to deal with that, but we'll see how much pressure SSA Spartan can really place out on Invoker. Now, SSA Spartan, and same thing with Alternate aTTaX, whenever there is an Invoker drafted against them, they love to pick up the Viper. Now, Viper has that inherent magic resist. He also has a really strong, just kind of solid laning phase. You can usually get a lot of CS out of the lane because you have that Nether Toxin to be able to secure a couple last hits. On top of that, you have the slow, the damage over time, decent harass. He can initiate slightly from a distance with his Viper Strike, and on top of an Earth Spirit slow and a Viper, you are going to have a hard lane for this Invoker. So Supreme definitely going to have to be on his toes, and then Team Alternate aTTaX going to pick up the Witch Doctor. Now, picking that up as a second pick, maybe just a little bit of a misplay, just on the basis that typically you want to see the Witch Doctor picked up with the Faceless Void, and aTTaX see this, they're going to ban that out. And aTTaX also getting rid of one of Elisa's signature heroes, the Tuskar. They do know that they need some initiation, and they are going to ban out one of Elisa's best heroes, and also a strong initiator. Now, Team Alternate aTTaX going to deny the Beastmaster pickup. Now, Beastmaster, of course, getting him banned out. You're going to be denying a really strong laning phase with those ranged boars. You can kind of just secure last hits using microing the boars. On top of that, the BKB piercing disable coming out of the roar is pretty significant for the Beastmaster. And now Team Alternate aTTaX picking up their final ban in the second phase. It's going to be the Bane. Now, Bane also one of the favorites to be played by Skylark, and they definitely need their support picks now, so Team aTTaX going to have to try to pick up something else there. Now, there's a Nature's Prophet coming out, and that's going to be their offlaner. Team Alternate aTTaX love Nature's Prophet. And Team aTTaX going to try to sort of counter the Nature's Prophet slightly, at least if he's going to go for that kind of super aggressive teleporting, helping with ganks. By picking up the Disruptor, he's going to be able to glimpse the Nature's Prophet back to Fountain, or back to wherever he came from. And it'll be interesting. I think Team Alternate Attacks need a late gamer. Gyrocopter is still in the pool. I don't know how I feel. I feel like that would be a strong pick right now for Team Alternate Attacks. But they need a late gamer.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm just trying to think of like anyone else who could potentially be the pickup. Alright, looks like they're gonna opt to pick up a Spectre. Very strong hero. She's very mobile. The Desolate is incredibly strong now. On top of that, she can be relatively hard to kill as long as she can kind of zip in, zip out. If she's going to go for that fighting build, the drums, the phase, the urn, that kind of bad man build that we've seen out of the Spectre, I would really love to see that coming out of Team Alternate Attacks. aTTaX are going to pick up the Night Stalker, and as we said in high-level Dota, vision is everything, and Night Stalker is one of these heroes that inherently reduces the enemy's team on the map. He has his ultimate, it reduces ward vision, he can grab himself an Aghanim Scepter along with a Gem of True Sight. The vision game is going to be very easy for Team Finem once they end up getting that really great item on Night Stalker. It'll be interesting to see where they lane this, because Spectre's going to be safe lane, Nature's Prophet's definitely going to be in the off lane. Witch Doctor most likely going to be supporting the Spectre, Invoker obviously mid. I'm wondering if this is going to be Viper mid, Disruptor safe lane. I guess they're going to off lane the Night Stalker, or at least maybe he'll just be roaming around. We'll end up seeing what happens. Alright, and Team Alternate Attacks are going to ban out the Ember Spirit. And remember that there is still an Outworld Devourer and a Gyrocopter in this potential draft.
5 seconds remaining.
They both have their mid, so we probably won't see an OD. But Team Finem do need a safe laner.
Radiant team pick.
And Team Alternate Attacks, I feel like they need maybe like another team fighting hero, another support. It's gonna be Elisa playing this hero. And Tuskar's already banned out, maybe like
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know, an Undying or something.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
They already banned out Earthshaker. Yeah, it's gonna be Undying.
Dire team pick.
Alright, and so Team Finem with their final pick are going to have to take a look and say, alright, what do we need? We need a support pickup, or maybe a stronger laner. I don't know. Their lanes seem kind of weak other than the Viper. It depends on this Earth Spirit too. I don't feel like Disruptor is all that strong in the lane, but we'll find out.
10 seconds remaining.
There's a lot of global presence coming out of Team Alternate Attacks as well. Invoker can come in, initiate for a gank. Nature's Prophet can be right on top of that, as can Spectre once she hits level 6. They have very strong... Oh, it is going to be a gyro. Yep, it's going to be a gyro. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, here is your draft for the final game between Finem and Team Alternate Attacks for the Game On Dota 2 Invitational. We should give a big round of applause for both these teams for making it this far. It's been an extremely exciting tournament. And before we begin, let's just give a shout out to our sponsors. Azubu, thank you Azubu. And of course, Dota 2 Lounge. Thank you Dota 2 Lounge for supporting our games, hosting us. And if you guys are ever interested in getting yourself signed up, just check them out at dota2lounge.com.
Ten seconds remaining.
Alright, and so we're just about to begin. Now, should just give a little bit of a talk about these teams if you're unfamiliar with them or you're just tuning in. So Team Alternate Attacks are a Polish team. They have had some really great showing recently in the tournament scene. They're playing in the Uprise Champions Cup, as was Finem. And Finem is a Greek team led by SSA Spartan. And they have some pretty heavy hitters on their team. They have Madara, and Madara has played for No Logic Gaming, for London Conspiracy, and now he plays for, obviously, Finem. They've also had a very solid roster since December 2015, which is pretty unheard of for most of these, like, Tier 2 rosters. We usually see a lot of people swapping in and out, but they've remained fairly solid. ATN have definitely had some roster changes. They've swapped out At the Speed of Life for, I believe it was Nisha. Yeah, it was for Nisha. And they've also had some bigger players on their team, such as Screen. Alright, so let's get started. So, we are going to do our introductions, ladies and gentlemen. So, on the Dire side, we have Madara going to be playing that safe lane Gyro. In the middle lane, we're going to have Thug playing the Viper. We are going to have our support, Disruptor, being played by Maybe Next Time. And in the off lane, we have Skylark playing the Night Stalker. And last but not least, we have our good friend, SSA Spartan, the captain of the team, playing his infamous Earth Spirit. Now, on Team Alternate Attacks, sitting in the fountain, we have Nisha, who will be playing the off lane, Nature's Prophet. Mid, we have Supreme, who will be going for that Exort build. And we have Robert G playing the Witch Doctor. We have Elisa, who's going to be playing the Undying, also known as Dash Dash, apparently. And Exotic Deer, who will be playing the Spectre, taking that Spectral Dagger level 1. They're going to try to secure this bottom rune. Looks like they have been successful, so it's going to be a 1-1 trade for this rune. Thug will be able to pick that up. Supreme will be able to pick that up. So, no huge fights there. And it looks like one of the poor treants has already been killed by our Night Stalker.
Grace to you.
Alright, and it looks like we already have the Courier going to be bringing out some tangos for Supreme, who just has 2 pooled. He's definitely going to need a lot more regen in this lane. And we already have SSA Spartan trying to do a little bit of initiation there. It didn't actually end up hitting on Supreme, but maybe just a little bit of a mind game going on there. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we have some treants giving out some harass. Staying on top of that Disruptor is going to get the Thunder Strike coming off. And Nisha actually ends up pulling those creeps towards him. Meanwhile, oh, in the bottom, Skylark, taking quite a bit of damage, tries to go on Undying, going to try to turn this around. There's a Spectral Dagger, Skylark, trying to make a run for it. But oh, SSA Spartan, no, but Witch Doctor makes the rotation. It's going to be First Blood for Elisa, taking out SSA. He is quite low, but does end up picking that up. And meanwhile, in the mid, oh, we have a rotation. Supreme's a little bit forward. There's going to be the initiation. Some slow coming out of Supreme. Ice Wall comes out. There's going to be a couple more right clicks, but Robert G, here he is again. The Fairy Fire. But, oh, Invoker will end up going down. And now Thug just continuing to harass Robert G. That's a great gank on mid. Coming out of SSA, and he is going to be able to rotate his way around. Does have that Orb of Venom ready to do a couple boulder rolls. And Nisha up at top, just going to try to CS a little bit. Oh, we are going to get a pause. Coming out of the Viper. We have some frantic scribbling coming out of Green, who is the Disruptor. And you can see that he is going to be trying to pull off the single pull at 48. Should end up working for him. Alright, there we are. So we are going to get going. And we do see a couple pings out for Skylark. Undying, doing a really great job of actually zoning out Skylark during this phase. And it's pretty impressive considering, you know, he's a melee hero, but...
Haste.
Alright, oh, there's a haste coming out on SSA. He's gonna roll himself up on top of Nisha, and Nisha gonna get himself right-click that Orb of Venom. doing a little bit of work, but just not quite enough. Nisha will turn that around. Using those treants, continuing to harass this poor disruptor. Has almost no regen left. Oh, we have a rotation coming out. Where's that? Oh, in the bottom lane? Oh, no, he just went back to the base. Okay. Alright, so just a little bit more of a passive laning stage coming out already for Finem and alternate attacks. Usually we... Oh, no, Nisha gets sent all the way back to base after teleporting. So he only has these treants in there. And Supreme getting a little bit of harass, but oh, this looks bad. Skylark, a little bit too far forward. Looks like we have Elisa already on him, using that Orb of Venom. Getting a good decay off. Continues to run. Oh, a Spectral Dagger. This is bad. Skylark going to try to go down, but he has no vision. He's going to need to keep on running. Is it going to be enough? And, oh, wait, bounces off the easy camp, and it is going to secure another kill for the Spectre and Undying lane. And you can actually see really good micro coming out of Nisha. He is keeping these treants out just on provision. Oh, there's going to be another rotation middle. Supreme. He's holding on to this. He's kind of just tucking himself in really close to this tier 1. Knows he can take a little bit of a refuge here. We do have the Witch Doctor ready to counter-initiate. Night Stalker does end up grabbing himself a bounty rune. And he is sitting at level 3. He does have his 1 level in Hunter of the Night. It's 4 minutes in. There is going to be a rotation. And Supreme just tucked behind this tower. There's going to be 2. There's the Night Stalker coming out from behind. Will he get spotted out? Yes, he will. There's Robert G. He does see him. Trying to make a find. Alright, and it does look like Night Stalker is going to make a rotation for the Nature's Prophet. They're going to do some X-Pings there. They want to get him dead. Alright, if you just take a look at the lay of the land real quick. There they are. Oh, the treant. Sneaky little Nisha. He knows what's up. And now he's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's just going to try to get himself out. Is it going to end up working? He gets interrupted. There's the roll in along with the big old flat cannon and a rocket barrage. Nisha will end up, even with all that map awareness, will end up falling in the top lane. Meanwhile, Supreme just going to pick up some jungle creeps, playing it very safe while his mid lane is pushed out. SSA Spartan doing a great job of putting out a lot of pressure. Currently 2-2 between ATN and AF. And Spectre farming like a madman. And already sitting on those phase boots. Will be going for the urn, so we are going to see an early fighting Spectre. Maybe something that Finem aren't quite ready for. Meanwhile, our gyrocopter does look like he will be... Oh, has his power treads, has the Ring of Basilius. And actually, let's just take a look at the overall lay of the land, just XP-wise. So ATN, just a little bit higher in overall net worth. It doesn't really mean much at all at this point in the game. And let's take a look at the item progression. We are seeing just a couple Orb of Venoms, a couple tier 2 boots coming out already, a couple mangoes, a couple wards, nothing too crazy coming out on each team at 6 minutes. But oh, Skylark going for Supreme. There's the roll and a couple right clicks. Will there be a ghost walk? Nope, just has the cold snap ready to go. And there it is. SSA. Very low health. Is Exotic Deer going to pick them up? Yes, he will. It goes on Nisha. Nisha is silenced. Is not going to be able to get the Sprout off. Is it going to be enough? There it comes. Exotic Deer ready. Cuts through. And Skylark still making a run for it. There's the Spectral Dagger. It's going to slow him down. Exotic Deer really wants this kill, but there will be a Viper Strike coming out on Robert G. And another Sprout. There's the glimpse right into it, but there is a Tombstone on top of all these. 3-man decay. They are going to be forced to disengage, but oh, Elisa's Not going to be able to escape. Body blocked by SSA Spartan, but Exotic Deer is right here with that Desolate. Another one. There will be a Sunstrike. It will end up not hitting on anyone. Disruptor will deny himself to some neutral creeps, and that is the engagement. 4-4, even trade. Let's take a look at that fight recap. You lose your Invoker and your Witch Doctor for 3 on Ad Finem, the Earth, the Disruptor, and the Night Stalker. So none of the cores end up falling in that. Meanwhile, you lose Supreme on that Invoker. It's a pretty big kill for Ad Finem this early. Now it's just the calm. Everyone's just gonna... Oh, Skylark once again. There's another Spectral Dagger. The Desolate, another body block. There is going to be the slow. But Exotic Deer maybe just wants a little bit more. There's a Sunstrike. Nothing. Skylark will escape with his life.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And Nisha does not have the teleport. Alright, so let's take a look at SSA. Level 4, sitting on his boots, magic stick, some wards.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, again, with the glimpse. Nature's Prophet does end up falling in the top lane. Well done. This Disruptor is really doing a lot of heavy lifting so far. And Disruptor inherently is actually really great in this lineup, just because you are going to be able to deal with the Spectre illusions when she comes in to try to gank maybe your carry. She's going to be able to send the Nature's Prophet back whenever it's necessary. So it is a fairly decent counter to this very global strategy that ATN are running. Alright, so we do have a smoke coming in. There we are. They do want to make a kill. They're going to try to go around. Exotic Deer, Robert G. They know that people are missing, so they're going to play it safe. Oh, this is bad. Robert G. Just poking his nose out. But there's no one in this jungle. Oh, there it is. Uses the haunt, scouts them out. There's the global strategy right out from Nisha. Gets a couple little hits on there. Oh. Meanwhile, Disruptor falls in the top lane. And we will see that everyone in the bottom lane just escapes. And we will see the aggressive push on the tier 1 top. Even Exotic Deer ready to start pushing there. Supreme in the juggle, has Alacrity. Oh, no, actually is going to go for the Alacrity and the Forged Spirits.
Is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And top tower dismantled by ATN. The first tower of the game goes down. And I think ATN are going to be pretty happy about that exchange. Now, we could potentially see... Oh no, SSA is just being all mobile. Thought he was initiating on someone. Oh, maybe next time. Not in a great position. He's going to try to have to run himself away. Does have the glimpse available if someone does come in. There are the Treants. His team will slowly rotate, but oh, there it is. Uses a tango, gets himself out, but there's going to be a Spectral Dagger coming in. Just a small proc of damage, nothing too crazy. And there will be a smoke coming out of the Undying and Robert G.
Is under attack.
And they're going to be making their way towards the bottom lane. Mr. Madara a little bit far up. There is a ping coming out of Undying. He wants Madara dead. Is this going to be successful? He's a little bit tucked back. He might be okay. And there's the Spectral Dagger coming in. Oh, Nature's Prophet ready to go. There's the Sprout TP rotation into a call down. There's the Undying Zone, but maybe next time ends up instantly falling. He's going to go down. SSA Spartan gets a 2-man stun. Is going to have to get the silence off as well. Rolls himself to safety. Thug gets the Viper Strike off, but there's the Haunt going in. Maybe they want Thug. Maybe they want SSA. Yes, they do. Exotic Deer goes in between both of them. There's another Sprout. And Thug being slowed down. Exotic Deer just getting kited, but is it going to be enough? This cask is too good. Thug ends up dying to the Nature's Prophet right click, and now there will be Night Stalker reducing the vision. Maybe wants to go in, but this tier 1 being dismantled by Exotic Deer and the rest of the team. It seems like a fairly convincing win right now for ATN, but do not count Finem out. This gyrocopter is getting at least as much farm as he can. However, ATM are currently leading in the charts and overall net. Oh no. Robert G trying to run for his life. We will have the decay coming out. Skylark, Thunderstrike. There's going to be the cask into a Sunstrike. It does not end up contacting. There will be a glimpse. But Exotic Deer is on Skylark. Skylark turns even with the kinetic field. It's going to get him the kill. And Exotic Deer is already sitting at 5-0. 12 minutes into the game. This fighting build for Spectre is just incredible. Maxing the Spectral Dagger, getting the 2 in the Desolate. You have the drums for the stats. You have the urn for a little bit of extra damage over time. You have the phase boots just to be able to catch up. Even against this Viper, Spectre has still been extremely effective in these fights. And this is kind of what we were wondering, you know. Thug, are you going to be able to counter what the Spectre is bringing to the field? Were you able to really outlane the Invoker? And really, he wasn't that much. They got like maybe 1 or 2 good kills on Invoker. He's not snowballing, but the problem is that now the Spectre, the other person you really do not want snowballing, is doing extremely well. Now she's sitting at 5.1 overall net worth, only right behind Thug. Oh, there's going to be the Tombstone. Hidden away, they can't really get it. There's a Haunt coming in. Already some damage. Good cast. There will be a call down. Exotic Deer going for maybe next time. Robert G may end up falling, does get healed up by Alicia. Alicia, you're going to be able to save his life. Nope, a 2-man decay. Viper Strike going on Exotic Deer, but this refraction or dispersion doing quite a bit of pure damage. Now Thug, there's a Spectral Dagger trying to turn. He will end up falling to a decay. Exotic Deer still wants to fight. You're so low. Madara. Madara actually picks up a really big kill on that Spectre. Spectre ends up falling before the gyrocopter, so Gyro will get all that experience. Maybe next time TPing back in, tries to get a glimpse off on Supreme, but oh, well done. Silence rolls in, and the Undying gets a double decay. He's so close to dying. The Orb of Venom just doing a little bit more DOD, but it's not going to be enough to kill him off. What an amazing engagement on both sides. Pretty much endless for the last couple minutes. SSA was looking for it. And the biggest problem right now, I find, is that it's almost 15 minutes. Oh, well done, Supreme, with that Sunstrike. Kills off the Disruptor. And Nisha, running for his little life, does also have a pair of drums on him. So double drums set up right now coming out of ATN. Let's take a look at the overall item progression. We have Supreme, has picked up his Midas, along with the drums. We have Nisha with the drums, Exotic Deer with the drums. They want to play this very, very aggressively. Now, we're going to have another standoff at mid. No Spectre Haunt, no Death Ward, not level 6 yet on the Witch Doctor. Oh, what's happening here? Oh no, Night Stalker gets himself in a bit of a pickle. Trying to make a run, but it is nighttime. He's going to be able to escape. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we do have the Wrath of Nature into the Haunt. Everyone just going to right-click down. The good cask. Madara trying to get away, but the Cold Snap gets the call down. Tries to take out Robert G. Is it going to be enough? Spectral Dagger comes out. Thug going to try to make a run for it. Ice Wall. Oh, there's just nothing you can do into this Death Ward. And that will be a double kill for Supreme. Meanwhile, in the mid, we do have the Disruptor and SSA Spartan going to try to defend this, but really, there's not much you can do. Oh, good cask.
Middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And Tier 1 will also end up falling. Wow, I actually ended up missing that. We did actually see the Haunt, I believe, go out. Oh, Exotic Deer. Stuck. There we go. A little help from the Nature's Prophet will get her out. And they're going to be running for this Tier 2. There's the call down. They will end up sacrificing these treants to a flat cannon and a call down. Madara using that quite defensively. And it looks like they're just more than willing to pull back, retreat, reset. They have level 7 now on Robert G. But if you take a look at the support game right now on AF, I mean, it's not looking good. Still not level 6 on this Earth Spirit. I think that's going to be a really big issue for SSA. And meanwhile, Disruptor sitting only on brown boots, some wards, nothing else. Meanwhile, the supports on ATN are sitting fairly comfortably. They have 2k. They're going to have like their tier 2 boots coming out. Let's take a look at this Witch Doctor. He has his Tranquils out. He's pretty happy. Meanwhile, Undying does have his tier 2 boots out. Is going to be going for what might be a mech. And another smoke down by AF. And they don't... Oh, they might actually end up catching Nisha. There's the call down into the kinetic field. Who's going to get a couple right clicks. SSA, though. There's the Undying. Oh my goodness. Nisha ended up surviving. And now there's a Haunt coming out. Exotic Deer tanking a lot of that damage going in. But there's the cast. And the Death Ward. Madara, are you going to end up surviving? Exotic Deer getting so low. Who is going to get this? The Desolate will be a double kill for Exotic Deer. As we should mention that the Disruptor also ended up going down in that engagement. Now Skylark sitting just a little bit forward. He doesn't really know what to do with himself. He did not have a strong laning phase. He ended up getting ganked a couple times during that stage of the game. Exotic Deer picked up a lot of kills, and now we're taking a look. 9-1. The Spectre is an absolute monster, and she only continues to scale into the late game. It's not like she falls off. Spectre is one of those, what you'd like to consider like an ultra carry. She can go as far and indefinitely into the late game as she can. It's very similar to people like an anti-mage or Medusa at her height. Not this meta, but, you know, before. Alright, and so we are going to see Nature's Prophet. He is going to be opting for the Scythe of Vice. He is going to end up scouting out Viper. I don't think anything is really going to happen here. There's no Haunt available for another 30 seconds. And while everyone is just doing their thing, let's take a look at the item progression. We need some big items coming out in AF in order to try to turn this. Now, let's see. They do have... Looks like it's going to be Madara going for the Sanj. Oh, there's a team fight! Madara making a run for it. We do have SSA making a roll. There will be the Nature's Prophet. Gonna try to teleport. Will be successful. Meanwhile, Death Ward and a couple right clicks will be enough to take out the Gyrocopter. This is going to secure a Roshan for ATN, who seem to just be running away with this game. I mean, they're climbing the charts. 10k, 5k, and XP earned. And they just seem to be at every stage of the game, just outplaying, outkilling, out-team fighting ad Finem. But I think where the rubber really hits the road is it's going to be this... Oh, SSA going in on Nisha. SSA! What are you doing, man? He ends up, I guess, wanting to try to stop them from taking the stacks, which were going to be really important for the Gyrocopter, but you end up sacrificing your life and the stack. So really, it's only more inherent value for Team ATN. Alright, vision reduced. But it looks like they're still going to make a run for this tier 2. And at every step, we are seeing Exotic Deer and the rest of his team just systematically destroy these tier 1, these tier 2 towers. And there's the Haunt, ready to go in, potentially on Thug. Oh, the Gyrocopter. And now up top, does get glimpsed back. So she will be back down in the bottom. So it was, Oh, Thug. It's a pretty big creep wave. You don't want to be fighting that, Robert G. Anisha will pull that out.
Unstoppable ownage.
Oh, in the bottom lane. The Night Stalker ends up falling again to the Sunstrike, Alacrity, all that fun stuff. Oh, maybe next time SSA. They want to make something happen here on Supreme. There's the Silence. Trying to get the stun. There's the Viper Strike. QQW, they are going to get it down. There will be the Thunder Strike. He's going to try to get himself away. They have vision, though. There's a Deafening Blast. Supreme trying so hard, but it's going to be 2. The Viper, the Disruptor are down. Nisha also coming in. More Treants. Exotic Deer running away with this game. Madara just forced back. And this is that global presence we were talking about. We saw Supreme, you know, look like he was pretty much by himself. Oh, Tombstone coming out, forcing them back. Meanwhile, we do have Alicia taking quite a bit of damage. Exotic Deer not having any of it. Look at that, sitting on that Manta, already fighting. And now, the tier 3. And another Sunstrike able to take it out. Supreme is just on fire, gets himself healed, disrupted into a kinetic field. They really want this guy dead. SSA focusing down Supreme. Is it going to be enough? He's just not tanky enough. The disruptor goes down. SSA goes down. And they're going to continue on these racks. This is going to be easy racks for ATN. Is there buyback available on anyone on the Dire? Oh, there's going to be a good call down. Supreme still just playing effect, but there will be the Haunt. Exotic Deer going in Madara. And pulls back. And it will be a GGWP by ATN, or sorry, by Finem. And that will mean that ATN are the victors of the Game On Dota 2 Invitational. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us, and congratulations to ATN, and also congratulations to Finem. They do end up taking $500 home in their second place, and a big round of applause by both teams. But it looks like Team aTTaX just straight out completely outplayed Finem. There just wasn't the draft. We weren't able to get the level 6 on Earth Spirit. The team fights were just not there. The Spectre, 13-1. Absolutely amazing game by Exotic Deer. Definitely threw them way, way farther ahead than I think they even expected. And Supreme, a little bit of a tough laning phase. Just slightly, you know, a couple ganks. And, yeah, the Invoker ended up going 9-2. ATN definitely dominated this entire tournament. They took every single game 2-0, and this is the only game that we saw them take go into 3 games, and they end up taking it 2-1. So thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. We really appreciate it. And if you want to show your support, hit us up on the Facebook, hit us up on the Twitter. It'll be all posted in the chat just afterwards. So thank you so much. Have yourself a great day. And that is my cast today from Cygnus Casting. I hope to see you guys around for other tournaments. And maybe next month for the next Game On Dota 2 Invitational. Alright. Bye-bye for now.